had to speak with lots of executive people to figure out what's going on.
The focus does completely shift, from internal, making sure the business is happy, to external.
There's lots of business owners, especially on the enterprise level, they are very hard to adopt new technologies. Oh, in the whole world? That's a tricky question.
The whole world.
There's a lot of things to do.
Welcome back to Raw AI Solutions, the podcast where we explore how business leaders are navigating a fast-moving world of AI and digital transformation. I'm your host, Denise Powell. Our guest today is Luis Mendoza, CEO of Tipi, a remote build and compiler as a service platform that's redefining how teams build, scale, and ship code. So, Luis, delighted to have you with us.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here with you today.
Excellent. Luis, would you kick us off by sharing a little bit about yourself and Tipi?
Oh, yeah, sure. We believe on the phrase, how we can help transform your company, how we can help implement a lot of new processes, how we can help ship you faster products, and on an advocate level on how to connect people through code. That's where our name came from. We're a little bit about sharing experiences, sharing with people, and also empowering your business, empowering small businesses throughout the world to implement newer technologies, streamline their processes, and go from there, scale with us kind of thing. We started a long way ago, but yeah, we kind of go through changes and formalizes, and we are now in 3 countries. So I'm really happy about that.
That is absolutely brilliant. So you see that it's a funny story about how your company got its name. How did it get its name?
Oh, yeah. So it was a funny story because we're 4 founders, and we were talking one day about this project, this idea. We're still like in college dorms. And I was like, okay, how we can shape this thing. And one of the guys say, like, the tipis, the things that the first natives use when they try to settle. I think that goes through our vision because we are getting people together that probably won't get together. So we're probably building one of those things. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And the name stuck. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Tell us a little bit about your journey, about what drew you to the space, and how did you actually get to where you are today?
Yeah, we started out as, I think, everyone's coding company we started working with clients on, app projects, web projects. And from there, we kind of evolved into more of a service, trying to streamline business processes, and not more about like coding something else, maybe help you building your tools. Nowadays, we're all in on AI because I think the market is also over there. So yeah.
Brilliant. Well, today we're going to be diving into the 6 biggest challenges that business leaders encounter during IT change, and especially when scaling platform technologies like Tipi. You've led Tipi, and you started out as CTO and have gone all the way up to CEO. When you took over that role, what were the first signals that the business needed a different approach to technology and product alignment?
Oh, yeah, great. When I was like a CTO, I was more focused on, the tech we're using and everything. And when the big upscale came through, I started noticing, okay, we need to have a better structured, information infrastructure. Because one of the things I think that's more challenging internally is when you realize that IT goes more than tech. That was at least my case, that I came from a tech background. Stepping out in an administrative role was, okay, IT is more than just tech, it's providing information to all my team the most efficient way. Yeah, I think one of the biggest challenges internally was to first, okay, what information do we need to be more agile? What all my team has to know, how to get all in sync, to share a clear vision. I think that's the most important thing that I found out along the way, because when you're dealing with lots of people of different backgrounds, I think they'll have to have a clear vision. Like, why are we doing this? Like, why are we shaping the way we're shaping? It's about, budget. It's about making the company better. So they'll have to have the clear vision all the time to follow you. So yeah, that was one of the biggest things when we started.
When you introduce new technology, if people understand the vision and how it falls in, you get that company adoption of that technology. Because if they don't understand the bigger picture, they're not going to adopt whatever you put in front of them.
Yeah, correct. Correct. They'll have to understand it at full. If not, yeah, they're not going to adopt it. They're going to get resilient, and you'll have to be ready for lots of training. That's another thing.
Absolutely. And during your shift from the CTO to CEO role, how did you weigh developer speed innovation against like long-term operational scalability and governance?
When I come from CTO to CEO, it was kind of overwhelming at first. So it was a new world. I used to be a little bit inside operations because I was one of the founders. So yeah, I still have a little bit of knowledge about how things were, but I always wanted to shape the vision a little bit differently. So I think that was why I was appointed. So the board was like, oh, okay, maybe it's time for you to ascend, because your vision is trying to shape of the company the way we want. And yeah, that vision was the phrase like, how can we help you? But yeah, that was one of the phases that I had, because it's a very different shift. You say like, oh, you go from administrating tech to administrate the whole thing. So yeah, lots of reading and speaking with a lot of people. Like I had to speak with lots of executive people to figure out what's going on before I made a jump. Like I got the news and I was like, okay, now I guess I have to read a lot and speak to a lot of people now. Yeah. Believe it or not, one of the biggest challenges that I have, like on a personal note, was as a CTO, I was like a little bit more shy. I didn't speak to a lot of people, so I was like very reserved, just making everything work internally. And then stepping up to communicate the vision, making the teams work with you, that was a big, big change. Like, was overwhelming, but yeah, we made it happen.
You're right. Your focus does completely shift, from internal, making sure this business is happy, to external, and all of a sudden client facing, and then bring that strategy and vision back into the organization. It's a completely different role and different hat you have to wear. But when you're introducing Tipi to enterprise customers, what part of the value story is hardest to land? Is it awareness, technical trust, or something else in the adoption journey?
Oh, well, it depends kind of like on the company, because if it's, for example, a very enterprise focused company, like a very like big one, it is kind of trying to get the other executives' mindset to change a little bit. Because it's funny, because right now with AI, you're saying something that probably we haven't seen, because lots of business owners, especially on the enterprise level, they are very hard to adopt new technologies, because when the cloud thing happened, when cloud was the biggest thing, we had a few clients on enterprise that was like, okay, you need to move to cloud. And it's like, no, but I have my servers on premise. Why do I need the cloud? But now that AI came, every business owner wants to jump in. Like they're adopting the technology very, very quickly. And that amazed me, because, even the hardest people to adopt are talking to you about AI, like, okay, we need to implement this, we need to implement that. So I think that the heaviest approach we had is to get them to trust the process, to trust us, because we are profiling as more of a strategic partner than probably you're hiring us. We're in this together, like we're going to grow together. So yeah, our biggest focus on is to get them to trust us, like at a partner level.
Absolutely. And what I'm finding is companies that want AI, it's the latest buzzword, exactly what you said, cloud, and I think it was digital, transformational digital cloud, and now it's AI. And they want to adopt it because they know if they don't, they're going to be left behind. But a lot of companies don't actually know what AI is out there to be able to support them. And then even when they do find out, who do they go with? How do they do it? How do they not interrupt the day-to-day operations of the organization? How have you found that? How have you played around without interrupting business operations?
Okay, we use it as a tool. Like we implemented first as a side tool, because you need to get to know a little bit. So we start small. I thought, okay, we're going to test this new tech, because I think even business owners, they think that AI is going to completely revolutionize everything and probably do everything for you. So I got like very crazy requests, but I told them like, okay, we're going to go small. We're going to go, the sideways route. We're going to start small. We're going to introduce AI into one part of your pipeline, probably customer support to help something or internal training. So you can reduce your training times. And then we go from there. So we start implementing bit by bit and not the whole train at once, because that probably going to disrupt the thing. But yeah, we're trying that approach, bit by bit.
That's great. Platform leaders often face internal tool sprawl. At Tipi Code, have you noticed redundant systems or processes that slow you down? And what have you done about that?
Oh yeah, I think every company has one or two processes that are probably like, why do we have a double validation in this thing? And everything gets a little bit bureaucratic. When I stepped in as a CEO, I noticed a lot of things like that a person has to do this for another person to read the same thing. And even simpler things like a purchase order become like very redundant. I'm a little bit happy about it that I change around, is to cut down on everything that generates friction. We don't like friction internally. So if something takes a lot of tries, we have to rework it. It doesn't work. Good advocate of the path of least resistance, so everything can flow a little bit better. So yeah, we kind of, okay, what's the goal of this process? What it has to do, and it is doing efficiently. It requires too many people, and our rule of thumb is if it flows and nobody notices or nobody complains about going back to the thing, then it's working good. So that's our main approach, removing friction.
That's excellent. You've grown the team and platform. And how open have you been to leveraging AI internally? So I know you've said that you've done it in small bits, but how have you done that for things like predictive scaling or monitoring or even developer productivity assistance?
Oh yeah, we're right now like very focused on AI agents because I found that very interesting myself. So yeah, we're training the team to work with an AI copilot thing, even at the code level. So programmers are getting they're getting told that you're going to focus on architecture, delivering a good solution, and AI is going to help you with all the little bits that probably you're going to be more efficient doing something else. That's for code. Customer support, we also have some AI integrations there, even like a chatbot or an internal knowledge base that support can consult. And yeah, we're shaping bit by bit, integrating AI because, we've seen what it does to companies. It's not very smart to not having ourselves internally. And yeah, but it is a process. We're shaping our internal platforms to use AI now or to be benefit from AI to some extent.
Sticking with topic, I want to ask your opinions. Do you think SaaS platforms on the way out, especially with AI agents coming in?
Oh, yeah, probably it's going to shape the industry a little bit. I don't think they're quite yet there, but I think most people are going to focus now on MCP servers to connect with AI models, and they're going to make their platforms more agentic, as they call them. So I think that will be the new focus. But I don't think SaaS will probably be there because we rely on a lot of things that still work, like on a SaaS model. So yeah, I don't think it will happen quite yet. But I think at some point, if agents get really good, that's a probably thing.
Yeah. What I'm finding is especially with agentic, they're actually building the AI agents on top of SaaS, as opposed to some companies that are actually now building the AI agents completely separate to SaaS. And I think when that takes over, I think then we'll start to see the end of SaaS. I think that will start going down. But I think we're a good few years away from that.
Yeah. I'm really hoping to see it happen. I like a lot of changes, and I like to see that happen, see how it's everything evolving. So
yeah. I think what is the CEO of Salesforce said this week that he's worried about AI agents being the death basically of SaaS, so or having a massive impact on it. So the space to look out in.
Yeah.
Totally. As you look ahead, what are the key signals that indicate if a business is really ready to invest in that next gen IT infrastructure, like remote build platforms?
Okay, I think the first indicator you can search for is that if the company has a clear vision of everything that's going on and have a pipeline working They're not trying new pipelines. They already have an infrastructure in place. But that I think is the main indicator, because we have seen both cases, like a company that has everything ready, information at hand, they have everything laid out, they know exactly what's going on. And there are some companies that they know half the equation and the other that they're figuring out. I think at that point, they're not ready to invest in IT infrastructure.
Then have you explored any low effort AI strategies internally? Even if that's just for quick wins for developer workflows or outreach automation? Or is that something you are still going to bring in the horizon?
Yeah, trying to get some aid on our DevOps flow. But yeah, there's still way to go, but we're trying to get there. Yeah, we're trying to explore options right now also, because the funny thing is that when you're implementing a new tech, there's a lot of pieces and a lot of providers that you have to work with, and a lot of information you have to go through. And even right now with AI, there are tons of providers or tons of models you can use, and some work with best for a few things and the others maybe for another thing. So yeah, we're still in the process of researching and implementing bit by bit, same strategy.
What do you think is more important? People, processes, or tools?
Oh, definitely people. Yeah, I'm still a very big people advocate, because the process works thanks to people, and the tools are there for people to use. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think people is the key there.
No, absolutely. And I think with AI coming up, it's actually, yes, sure, AI can take over a lot, but you still need that human element to make sure that what's actually been put out there is good information and it's in the right context, etc.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't know if it happens to you, but it happens to me quite some time when I want to have a conversation, for example, with support of some sort. And you get a chatbot and it starts to throwing you, okay, A, you can do this, B, then you go like, okay, maybe I need to speak to a human, please.
Yeah. Absolutely. Especially when you're phoning someone and goes, press 1 for this, 2 for that. And like, just where's the thing to get to a human at the end of the day?
Yeah. That's very important. We are a society, we cannot go that route. I think we cannot replace all of the agents by AI, because I think that will be a very sad world, if you ask me.
No, I do agree with you. We need that connection, human connection.
Yeah.
No matter how brilliant AI can be.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it speaks to you or whatever. You kind of need that relationship, and the other person at the end, even at the end of the screen. But you have that connection. I think that's the most important thing.
Absolutely, completely agree. So, looking at the next stages of Tipi Code, where do you expect your business to be in the next 6 to 12 months?
Oh, great! We have pretty optimistic projections. So yeah, we're kind of partnering with another company down in Norway. So we're expecting to shift a little bit of operations there. That's a whole new world for us. But yeah, we're trying to get into, the lean tech, when they get renewable, zero carbon and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're deeping into those waters, because I really like that of, okay, we're going carbon neutral on some things, or we're helping actually the planet.
That's fantastic. I know you said right at the start that you're already in 3 other countries. Is Norway part of that, or is this branching out even further to those 3 countries?
Oh no, Norway is going to get now. We don't have like a very big operation in Norway. We just have a few key people there right now closing deals. But yeah, I'm very happy to welcome someone from Europe as part of our chain.
What's the biggest challenge that you're facing in your business right now?
In IT part, because we are branching out multiple countries, so I think we cannot have any more like an IT person dedicated to one country. So everything has to go to the cloud. We don't have any other option. Like even cloud PCs, we use a lot of cloud PCs. That wasn't the case a few years ago. And in terms of navigating a little bit the waters, differentiating ourselves with a lot of companies that are doing the same, because we have seen a boom of companies implementing AI, or a single person company that is like, oh, okay, I can do everything because I have a lot of AI teams, and they're offering lower prices. So yeah, we're trying to differentiate ourselves of, okay, we are actually your partners. We're not this guy who can, buy code something. But yeah, that was one of the challenges on a marketing perspective, I think, and the IT one. Well, having everything sync between time zones and countries.
So when should a client reach out to you?
Oh, when they're ready to take the next level, when they're ready to have a person that's probably going to be annoying at bits, but they're trying to make their company run better. If you're a business owner that has already, I think, reached out to some people and is ready to give the next step, to have a transition, to have a digital transformation if they're still on that process, or to integrate a little bit of AI through workflow, and wants a solid team that can work at par with him and be his partner, then we're the fit. That's when we should get called.
As we wrap up, I've got to ask you, if you could solve one issue today, like with a snap of a finger, what would it be?
Oh, in the whole world? That's a tricky question. There's a lot of things to do. I'm all about people, as I told you. So if I could snap and solve something, I'll probably solve like hunger or something that is probably killing people. So if I had to use my snap, I'll probably make everyone have at least something to eat for their whole life.
That's a great ambition to have. That's wonderful. Luis, thank you so much for incredible insights and for sharing how you're tackling growth and innovation head on. And before we wrap up, is there one piece of advice you'd offer to business leaders navigating big IT changes today?
I have a few advices. Like, first, don't be afraid to change. Change is good. I know that at the beginning it can seem daunting, at least. But changes are good. Go for it. Don't be scared. The other one, trust your team, align them to your vision. That's important. And communicate your vision clearly. If don't, then you don't have the ways to go. And third one is prepare for investing in a lot of training. Doesn't matter what technology you're going to invest in training. that you cannot get around that.
Absolutely. Keep growing.
Keep growing. The sky is the limit.
So tell me, finally, if listeners want to learn more about Tipi Code or be able to connect with you, where's the best place to do that?
Okay, you can find our website is codingtp.com. There you can find all the information, social media. Even we manage a blog to help small businesses. So that's, I think, the best way to reach us.
Fantastic. And if they want to reach out to you directly?
You can go to me on LinkedIn. I'm a very active person on LinkedIn, so you can reach me out there.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Louis, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you for joining us on our podcast.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for giving me the space. I really had a great time.